no, there's a mirror here.
So what you're saying is that all we'll be using is that camera?
Yeah.
I feel ashamed. Once I was working with a huge big black camera, now it's just this.
This is technology.
No, it's not technology, it's a recession and I feel sick.
Okay.
Why are you all hiding there?
Yeah, tell me.
Shall I sit this way so they can sit?
Either way is okay.
Do you already sit this way?
I'm coming in.
Okay. Do you think our government is doing enough to save our environment?
You see, firstly, do we have the same government? So I don't know whether your government is my government. My government is my wife Aisha and my mother, Ollie. And they don't allow me to leave the house after 7. So I can't tell you for sure whether we have the same problem. But now that you ask me about your government, since I sort of know your government, which is the government in power, I don't think it's just the government. As far as I'm concerned, I think we all have to do a little bit here and there. So I don't want to blame the government for everything all the time. I blame the government for only 3 things. Traffic, which is really destroying my mind, and which in any case is to do with our green revolution, because if less cars will help the green revolution and my mind will be at peace. Secondly, bad fashion, government has started that. Our politicians dress really badly, and because of them I look like this today. But this NDTV shirt is obviously something to be proud of, but the rest, if you look at it. And third and above all, corruption, which between the bureaucracy and the government they bring to another level. And I'm also corrupt now, so I'm proud to say that it's part of the culture now. It's something I accept as a sport we play and play well.
Okay. What are the 2 lifestyles?
Is it okay if I dig my nose in between?
Yeah. Please feel free.
Because that's not against greenery. See, whatever we do here, I want to focus on greenery and the greenathon. I want to make sure that we spread awareness. Now, by digging my own nose, I'm recycling. Because you don't know what I do with it after I finish it. Somehow goes back into my body. But that I won't show the viewers because there's only so much they can tolerate.
Yeah. Okay, what are the 2 lifestyle changes that you have made to go green?
Well, I paint my face every day green. But more importantly, I used to be a big air conditioning lover. In fact, the one vice I really have is air conditioning. I always have a sexual attraction towards air conditioning. When I passed an air conditioner as a young boy, I'd mount it. I'd jump on it and hold it. I'd hug it. People would say this boy is sick, and sometimes my neighbors would call the police because sometimes they'd be in the room when I'm mounting the air conditioner and that would not be fun. So, frankly speaking, I have sort of stopped that. What I do is, I don't stop it completely because I find that I can't do that. I'm just a guy who sweats a lot. What I do is I put it on for an hour and then I just leave it, shut it, and the room sort of stays cool. I've also realized for people who sweat a lot and feel hot, if you use the floor more, it tends to be cooler. For whatever reason, I don't know. So what I'm saying is you have to be creative. And if you're actually thinking you can do something, there's always a way out of it. It's a bit of a compromise solution, but there's always a way out of it. So for a lover of air conditioning, and I'm sad to say air conditioning has not loved me back because I married an even older person than air conditioning, my wife Aisha. It's like a refrigerator with her. Our relationship needs to be thought. But anyway, cut a long story short, I think I've done that. So as far as air conditioning goes, being a real AC fan, I've cut down a lot and I've sacrificed a lot. Because the hedonistic me wants that AC, but I tell myself, no, I have to do something. And I fight the good fight like Edmund Hillary climbing without AC all the way to Mount Everest. And those last few meters, and I push myself and I finally decide and control that urge, that bestial urge inside me, that evil side, that savage side that wants the AC. I stop that hand and I say, no, put it off.
Okay.
I hope I've dramatized it vaguely enough.
No, it's a good message and you've said it very well.
It's a long message, if nothing else.
Yeah.
It'll take
if nothing else, yeah.
And what we can do is we can divide it into episodes.
I know.
It'll be like we have 3 epics now, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and Bocha's message about the AC. Yeah.
Okay. What changes would you like to see in the Bollywood industry to go green if they were given an opportunity?
Well, if the women stop using plastic, for example, operations I'm talking about obviously, that would help. No, I don't think Bollywood is doing well. When you have big sets, obviously, and you have these big shows and razzmatazz and all these, you're going to use a lot of energy. But the idea is you can't not have that because entertainment is part of it. And what do they do then? They'll suddenly have to go to the workforce and get marketing degrees. So that's scary. So no, I don't think that's the problem. I think we need to get the producers more than anybody else, the financiers and the producers, the guys who really call the shots, to figure out ways to lessen. Let's understand it's probably going to be impossible to just go from 100 to 0. If you remember my uncle Mikhail Gorbachev, when he actually disbanded the Soviet Union with perestroika and glasnost, restructuring and openness, the whole idea in all this is that gradual change is acceptable and good, but if you have this radical change, the whole thing will just crumble. So I don't like this. I don't want to take names, but there are foundations that go out and scream, kill, kill, jump, jump, die, die, change, change. It's not going to be like that. We have to do it in a gradual, nice way. We have to compromise together and say, look, let's face, let's not lie. We all need AC. We love the AC. We all need to drive the damn car. We all need to go to places, etc., etc. So figure out ways to do everything less. That's all. So we're going to have a huge production. We still have Hrithik Roshan as the hero and Priyanka Chopra as the heroine, and huge lavish project and whatever. But just use less power if possible. Now how to do that? That's their problem, because I don't own this set. So why are you talking to me? Why are you asking me? Why should I take the zimmedari for this? मैं तो नहीं हूँ, मैं तो producer नहीं हूँ. I am not the financier. My name is not Dalal or Mukherjee or Kapoor or Khan. My name is, in fact, what is my name? Nobody seems to know.
Cyrus, now listen, I want like a real answer for this one.
I'll give you a real answer.
No,
But
the
first,
deal is you're giving
I'll
very
check
intelligent
my- I'll
answers,
check my
but you're just
phone.
concealing it.
Okay.
We're under the thing of funny. Now I want a serious answer from
Done.
you on this one. How do we convert Greenathon as a way of life and not just a yearly event that is trendy to be a part of?
Money would help. If sponsors put money in, we could do it every day. I'm willing to not sleep for 24 hours every day, which is what I do most of the time. But I think then again we have to look at going to the grassroots. It's terrible cliche to say every time you have a question like this, but it has to start at the beginning. So when the child is developing, you put the green message. In fact, I told my son, who's 7, to go to his class and tell his teacher, I think her name is Mrs. Bindu, or I forget now. Anyway, to tell her.
Getting
and
old.
Huh? You know? It's a lovely lady. Apparently, I haven't met her. But hence, lovely lady. No, but I've said, please go and tell the kids we're doing this Greenathon, even if they're 7, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they pick it up, Oh, Dada, why do you keep this light on then? They immediately catch you. So I'm saying if you get them, catch them young and get them to understand that this is part of the culture and the world that will be left to them, like it or not, that's the best chance we have. I think us old fuddy-duddies aren't going to make any difference. And by fuddy-duddies, I don't mean everybody who works here. I mean just me and the other anchors.
Okay. If you were to make a film on the environment, what would you name it?
Bloody nonsense, probably. But
Come on, give
now
us
that you
something
made a
better,
face,
no?
I would call it Utopia, because it'll be probably about something that won't happen. I'm a little cynical, and I think that ultimately everything's just going to end. And when it ends, we'll all be wearing polka
Okay,
dot
on that
clothes.
note, I have a question for you. What do you have to say to those people who think that the world will end by 2012?
2012 it won't happen, because London Olympics are very close to my heart. I want that to go successfully. I'm looking more like 2090, 2094, which time I'll be 115, 120 years old, and so it doesn't really matter. No. But more than end, it's just that things might go out of whack. Systems that we always thought would be okay will suddenly start, being uncontrollable. We'll have electricity that we can't deal with. Every time we press a button, something dangerous is going to happen. So my worry is that that might happen in the near future. I don't think the world will end in like a doomsday Armageddon one shot. That's not going to happen. Unless me and Ram Gopal Verma make a film together. Then the world might end.